Hello, hello, hello. It's another wonderful day coming to you live with that gas. Got my co host, my brother from another mother, Mr. New Type of Money.
What's happening?
What's happening? Today we're coming to you with another good topic. And the topic is what are you really ready for? And as always, I'm going to let my brother start out by expounding on the topic today. So,
What
Brother
you
Aaron, what are you really ready for? What that
what
mean
you
to you?
what you really ready for?
Yeah, ready. Not just what you're ready for, but
But
what you
what you
ready.
really ready for?
Yeah.
Man, it be funny. I'm gonna just use me. I would speak for human beings, but I'm kind of a different human being at times.
I got you. I got you.
But I don't know. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't think I know, cause everything I thought I was ready for after I got it, or after getting in certain situations, like, dang, was I really ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Like okay, let me let's hit the rewind, but let me go all the way back to like what we all can probably relate to as a teenager. You saying, I can't wait till I get out of this house. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You think you really ready for it, and you may you may be. But then once you actually get out on your own and you realize you gotta pay bills and do this, and then you get a significant other. Now you gotta make sure you got a little extra. Then you mess around, and if you wiggling like me, I ain't thank God it didn't happen. But you know you done got a couple kids out here, and it's one thing.
What about a couple pair of kids? I got a couple pair of kids. A couple pair. I got
A couple packs.
two boys and two girls.
So yeah, but just think though, like in high school, that's what you were saying, man. I get up out of here, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then shoot, man. You look up and now you a father, and now you a husband, and now you a business owner, and now you got two businesses, and now you got three businesses, and you got employees, and you got overhead, and you got maintenance, and you got
Household bills, business bills, other folk bills. Cause they don't want to pay their
other
bills.
folk problems that they bringing to you because you seem like you got it all figured out, and you got a little bit figured out, but that's why I say I'm at the point where I realize I don't know.
But
Bro,
that's why
I
we
don't know. I'm not trying to. I, I just seek God. I don't. I learned once I realized I didn't know nothing. That's when I could learn a little more than thinking I know and thinking I got it and thinking, okay, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. A lot of stuff I didn't ask God for. Thought I was ready, man.
well, like you say with that, when we was younger, we said, I can't wait to get out this house.
Right.
But that's as far as we thought.
Right.
We didn't look at, getting out this house, man. I got to do my own cleaning. I got to pay my own bills. I got to do
Right.
my own everything.
Right.
So getting out the house, yeah, I was ready for that.
Right.
But I wasn't ready for what came with that.
Right. That's good. That's
Same
good.
thing we do with relationships.
That's good. That's good.
Same thing we do with, like the scripture you gonna read a little later.
Yeah.
It tells us we got to count up the cost on what we say we ready for. God will give us the desires of our heart. But now what if the desires of what your heart is, you ain't physically ready for?
Ooh. I was gonna take it a little deeper and say, what if the desires of your heart ain't what God desires for your life?
You're right. But regardless, he said he'll give you the desires of your heart.
Yeah, he did it.
Whether it lines up
or
with
not.
yeah.
He
But he'll
go
give-
get it to you. Yeah.
So that means what makes that have the power that's supposed to have, and what makes that come full circle when the desires of your heart line up with the path that God has for you to do. Now, can't nothing stop you.
Right.
Because you're in line and in tune with what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Now, and even though it may seem to be easy from the people looking outside in,
Right.
to you, and to you it is easy because you
Right.
was built for that and you're on the right path.
Right.
Like for instance, if I get ready to go on a road trip and I've been on that trip before and I know everything it's gonna take for me to get there, whether I run into a flat tire, whether I running from the highway to the dirt road, I already know I'm prepared because I haven't been there, but the person that sent me has already been there. Because guess what?
Right.
He created it.
Right.
So he know all the ups and downs, the hills and mountains, the valleys and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he know all of that. So whether I'm ready mentally or not, he's already equipped me physically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's already packed everything either inside of me, but not all that, he's already put people in place that gonna help me get to the next level of where I'm going.
Right.
Without me even knowing they're already there because he created this road for me.
Mm.
He designed me to go down this road. But what we mess up at when God be done prepared a way for us and we go the opposite direction. Now you run into obstacles that you weren't ready for and that God hadn't prepared you for because guess what? You went the wrong way. You made the wrong turn. You ever seen that movie Wrong Turn?
Yeah.
They ran into some monsters out there. But my bad.
So you really weren't ready.
You really weren't ready.
So that scripture you was talking about, man, that's that Luke 14:28. Say, for which you intending to build a tower, sit it not down first and count it the cost, whether ye have sufficient to finish it. What you think about that?
Well, it ain't what I think about it.
It is what it is. It's really
clear.
Self-explanatory for real.
Stop sitting there trying to start something that you ain't even got the sufficient to finish.
Right.
Whether it be on just like going to school. Yep. Go ahead, man.
Nah, you good. I didn't mean to cut y'all, but I you know how my brain be thinking. I'm like, sometimes it be like, maybe that's the thing. We not thinking, or we only think so far, or we don't think deep enough. Like, we don't count. We may count a little bit of the cost, but we don't count the whole cost. Like,
see,
how is this gonna make me emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually? Is this good for me emotionally, physically? You know what I mean? In every area, rather than just, oh, this physically look good or this verbally sounds good. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Well, see, I do a lot of carpentry work.
Right.
And just about every house, every project I've worked on, what it looked like from the outside always is different once I go to tearing into the inside. Because you don't know what type of wear and tear was done underneath the surface what the eye can't see. You see what I'm saying? And see, we'll sit and we'll look at, for instance, dating. We'll be a single person. We look at that girl and like, ooh, that girl beautiful. But we don't know what's in her heart and what's in her mind and what she's went through in her past that has caused her to be somewhat messed up in the mind. But she's put on this beautiful face and this beautiful smile and got this beautiful body. That's all we can see. But we don't look past the exterior.
Don't look beyond the surface.
Don't look beyond the surface. Yeah. So we was ready for what we saw on the surface.
Right.
But what about if that woman's heart messed up? What about if she's been abused and used to where it's caused her to be hard towards men? Can you deal with that until you be able to penetrate that stony heart and bring it back to a heart of flesh?
That's good.
Can we deal with it? Whether it be 2 months, 2 years, 20 years.
Right.
So count up the cost. Yes, she's beautiful.
Right.
But can you look beyond the beauty? Because over time, that beauty is going to begin to fade away.
Fade, yeah.
Over time, that Coca-Cola bottle going to turn into a warehouse. If she don't take care of herself and work it out.
Yeah.
And 85% of the time, it's just, we all going, it took me forever to start gaining weight. You know, from about the 9th grade until 2 years ago, I weighed 130 pounds. And here in the last 2.5 years, I done gained 13 pounds. But them whole 20 years.
How much you weigh now?
142, 143, somewhere from there.
I'm 150. I ain't never been bigger than 145. And I'm like, dang, what is, but like you say, I get in my 30s now. I'm gaining weight. Like so now I kind of have to watch what I.
Well, I ain't watching nothing, but I'm working because normally I ain't never had to work out.
Right,
I done
right.
it just to, try to do what other folks were doing.
Yeah, yeah.
But I ain't never really never had to work out because my granddaddy was little,
Right.
my daddy little,
Yeah.
and I've been little.
Right.
But now one thing I
You
have
stay
noticed,
moving too.
yeah, and I'm steadily moving.
Yeah.
But one thing I have noticed is no matter what I do, this thing right here under my chest keep trying to get round.
It's true.
Yeah, I went from a 6-pack to a keg one time. I'm like, what the world? And I don't even, but now I'm trying to work to get this out the way. And
Right.
we all, over time, the metabolism slows down. Whether we still moving or not, metabolism slows down and it begin to put on weight.
Right.
So now we got to work harder to get back where we were.
Right.
Same thing with God. As a child, we was just as innocent. Even though we was born in sin, we're innocent.
Right.
And the more we learn that's outside the will of God, the harder we're going to work to get back there.
Right.
To undo what we done by watching crazy stuff on TV,
Yep.
hanging around people that mean you no good,
Right.
listening to all the filthy talk, and
Yep.
being shown how to manipulate and lie and all that. We have to get back to where we was first innocent and then know how to do all that.
Wow.
And it's hard work.
That's good.
And it can be done, but what are you really ready for? Are you really ready for the challenge?
That's the mission.
Yeah.
For real. That's the mission to get back in the kingdom. Yeah. At its original state.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because they tell us all the time, you gotta follow your heart, you gotta follow your heart. And I just learned, I was in there talking to God the other day, and he say, and it's even his word, your heart is one of the most unstablest things in your body.
I said the heart is deceitful above all things.
So, and I've been taught, follow your heart.
Yeah.
Listen with your heart.
Yeah.
How you gonna tell me to follow and listen with something that's more deceitful than anything on this earth? Because like I've said in several podcasts, there have been times when I say, you know what, I'm gonna do such and such and such. And I don't do it.
Right. Right.
So not only did I just, so what it makes it that much easier to lie to somebody because I lie to myself. I can't even trust myself to do what I say.
Yeah. I said I would go, like you asked me before the podcast, but for the choice, you been doing the push-ups. I said, man, I be lying to myself. Every Monday I say I'm starting to doing the push-ups.
Well, I've been doing mine fake.
You been, see, I gotta get.
But I said I was gonna stop drinking on my, I'm gonna cut back on the mountain.
Yeah.
I cut back, then I cut back forward. So
are you really ready to cut
back? Am I really ready to cut back? Or am I just doing it because my mouth sick? But I be want to cut back until that taste get in my mouth. And I be want to cut back on.
I'm really ready. I'm gonna get a little cut up this summer.
I'm gonna get a little cut up.
I ain't trying to get the shoulder piece or nothing.
I'm trying to get out of this. I'm trying to get out of this.
He's trying to get out. That's crazy.
I want to get on the beach and they say, who that little shout? It's like, yeah. They call me Unc. Who Unc is? Who Unc? I done got past, I'm a certain age now. I'm everybody uncle now, Yeah. Who is Unc with that gray hair?
You really ready for that?
Is they ready for it? Now that's the part you got there. But anyway, back on topic.
We on topic.
A lot of time we think we ready for something.
Yeah.
And we ain't. And a lot of time, once we get it, we didn't even want it. Other people just made it seem so good till I thought I was really ready for this.
And sometimes we don't want stuff until we realize that other people want it.
Yeah.
Like take cars. Just think about the popular cars that I was thinking about that the other day, like when the Escalade came out, when the Chrysler 300 came out, when the PT Cruiser, man, everybody just went out and some people that didn't even want it, but you got one car, your cousin got one. Mm-hmm. You got one car, such and such on TV.
Oh, yeah, the commercial.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you get it, it ain't even what it was all cracked up to be.
Right. They overcharge you.
And now you stuck with it.
Time you drove it off the lot, it depreciated.
Yeah. And now you stuck with it.
Right.
Unless you're ready to lose some money right off the rip.
Right, right.
But it's crazy how our hearts and minds work.
Yeah.
All because of these things right here. These The eyes, these 2 eyes, 4 eyes, how many of eyes we got? We'll cause it to make us get into something we really, even with a woman, you look at the woman, she bad. Then you get that woman like, what the world was I thinking? All that badness gone now. She ain't worth nothing. Cause it's like right now, I've been single for a minute.
Yeah.
And I get the bill, like, okay, I'm gonna start talking about it. And I get to talking about it, like, what the I ain't used to, I'm tired. Oh, they got the where you at? Where you going? Where you been? Where you gonna come back? God, am I really ready for that? Am I really ready for this?
I was gonna go there, but I didn't mean like I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I said I don't even. I need to know, cause me not knowing is me being lukewarm in my decision making. I need to be hot or cold in my decision making, but I just don't know right now. Because like, I want to be in love. I want to be in a relationship. I want to be, but man, look, I don't know if I'm really ready.
Are you really ready? It's crazy. It's crazy how our hearts and our minds work, man.
Yeah.
One day we could be all in. I'm ready for this thing.
Yeah.
Then that one wrong move, man. Please, I ain't want this.
Brother Jordan, you done seen me in the last 8 months.
Yeah. You were ready, but you weren't really ready. Yeah, you were ready, but you weren't really ready. And that's why I say, boy, it's scary because see, I have clear and pure motives.
Right.
For anything I do. It's from my heart.
Right.
But a lot of people, they'll look at that and say, oh, I got him now. I can get him.
Yeah.
So let me get everything I can out of him.
Yeah.
While I can get it. Let me act like I like him a little more than what I really do.
Right.
Let me tolerate things that I usually wouldn't tolerate just to get what I want.
Yeah.
And then the minute you start moving contrary to what I want you to move, it's that something for me to cut you off because I didn't want it no way.
In the first place.
Instead of just being honest and say, you know what? You're a nice person, but you're not my type.
Right.
Or you're a nice person, but I'm not ready for a relationship.
Right.
But instead, we'll lead people on to get what we want out of them.
True.
Then at the end of the day, we'll say, well, I didn't ask for it no way.
Well,
but if I'm in a relationship or if I'm in any type of courtship with anybody, I'm going to do what a man's supposed to do because I'm a man, a real man. I'm not your little homeboys. I'm not these little schoolboys that still live with their mama. I believe in doing what a man's supposed to do from the beginning.
What a man's supposed to do?
I can't tell you. Because if I tell you on this podcast and so many people listen to it, then they're going to come back and try to tell me, okay, that's why they're going to be at it.
Yeah.
But anyway, a man is supposed to lead.
Right.
A man is supposed to protect.
Right.
A man is supposed to cover.
Right. Definitely.
Meaning if I ask you on a date, I'm not expecting you to pay. Right. Whether we going as friends or whatever.
Right. I'm asking you.
Because I'm asking you on a date.
Yeah.
I'm asking you on a trip.
Right.
I'm asking you because I'm paying.
Right. And if I don't,
but now if I tell you about the trip and you volunteer to go, now I'm not paying.
I was gonna say, and too, if I put it out, if I got other things in, then I need to put that out there. Like, hey, you want to come on this trip on me? Now, hey, you might need to pay for your.
But now this is my thing. If I offer you to go on a trip, that don't mean you owe me nothing in return.
Facts.
I'm not looking for.
But see, that's the thing. A lot of men be thinking that off the muscle.
And women too.
Oh boy,
they feel like if I say yes, I got to put out. And I could just be wanting your company because you're a beautiful person, and I just don't want to go by myself.
You know. See, I was gonna take the conversation somewhere. Even was you really ready? It kind of tie in with it, but like, Brother John, I've been with women where honestly in the past where I just really wanted to just feel feminine energy, just be in your presence, and they get mad at me because I don't just attack, and it's just like, well, dang, but you claim you don't like the guy that trying to go all in on the. But when you meet that, you ain't really ready.
he must be gay.
Yeah.
All this and he. But my thing is, I come to prove a point to you. I'm a real man.
And all men ain't the same.
And all men ain't the same. But guess what? That's your whipping. But your whipping has no power over me.
Ooh, boy, you
could have got butt naked. And not don't mean I'm not a man because I'm not, and I could be turned on by it.
Facts.
But
And aroused.
but I'm strong enough to let you know that your weapon has no power
come on,
unless
man.
I begin to act on what I want to act on. See, sometimes you have to show the devil that you're not in charge.
Well,
This is my kingdom. I'm the king of this kingdom. So no matter what snares or whatever you try to throw my way within my control now, I can control it. Just because you put somebody in front of me with this Coca-Cola bottle, that don't mean nothing.
Right.
Because I can find something wrong with it and make me turn me off
right.
I mean, if I, cause you have to speak to yourself in your mind. So even if I have to trick my mind, I'll trick my mind. But I'm still in charge.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the amazing thing, Brother Jordan, and I'm glad you said that, and I believe we're still on topic, but it's like, I think it's like up to us to shift the narrative, even for younger men, to show them like, we was growing up, we thought, or I'm gonna say it was put out, in our culture, the more women that you smash or get to make you the man. You know what I mean? But like, nah, at this point, I honestly find pleasure in turning it down. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the opposite. I used to find pleasure in how much I can get. Nah, it's like, nah, I'm cool on that. And it's not that I'm trying to find flaws, but it's just like I've elevated my standards, my morals, and certain stuff, and it's just some stuff I ain't going for. And I probably ain't going for a lot because my cutoff game kind of screwed.
I'm the same way. I'm to a point now. I know what I need.
Right.
It may not even be what I'm looking for, but I know what I need. So therefore, when you bring in something that I don't need, regardless of what you look like, I don't need it. You get what I'm saying? Because you may be what I need or what I want when it comes to the looks. You may be what I want when it comes to the size. You may be what I want when it comes to your physique. But now, what are you when it comes to your mind and what I need?
Right.
I may not need your money to help fulfill this part of the puzzle.
Right.
I may not need you to cook to fulfill this part of the puzzle.
Right.
But what I do need is somebody to help orchestrate and organize the everyday, the day-to-day routine of my life.
Right.
And now if you can fulfill that, to me, that's worth more than a couple of dollars.
Right. So you saying basically you would be the body and move around. You just need her to be the heart and keep beat.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you. I'll be that foundation, but I just need you to be the walls to protect.
Come on now.
Protect this heart, to keep any and everything from coming in. Because my heart is like gold, but my heart is also giving.
Right.
Somebody can sell me a sad story and I'm ready to go for it.
Right.
And then after a while, now my funds are low because of my
heart.
Good heart,
or
my kindness,
kind heart,
kind heart that people try to use for weakness.
Yeah.
But now, if you see this, you don't walls, you gonna protect this kind heart.
Right.
You say, hey, baby, don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't mean you no good. They just trying to do such.
Right.
And I'm gonna listen.
Right.
But I can't orchestrate that, make the money come in, pay all the bills, see about the cheer. I can't, cause after a while, something's gonna go lacking or somebody gonna get tired. I can't guard all the gates of the kingdom. So I need somebody, a watch person. I need that help me. That's what a help me is. Not nobody that's gonna come in and just pay half the bills and do half the laundry and do half the chores. No, I don't need that. I don't need that. I need somebody that can be what I'm not.
That's good.
In this kingdom.
That's good. I guess that's why that's what the saying come into play in true where opposites attract.
Yeah.
Because you can you know, when I'm missing, you hitting. Well, you hitting, I'm missing. It's
And if we both running and can't be still,
right,
then we don't need each other because we ain't gonna never see each other.
Right.
So all we're gonna do is come together, pay bills, whatever, and we bike on again. Everybody can't be on the same journey but different directions.
You know what? You got me. I'm my brain thinking back now, and in the past, I don't think I was really ready for certain relationships because it seemed like until I actually elevated and transformed my mind and started moving different, and it's still kind of the same now, but I usually attracted myself. Like I attracted me, women like me. But anyway, now that the new folks say twin and call it twin and stuff. But yeah, like And by doing that, that made me realize like I really didn't like me. Because when I got with me, I see the problem. And I'm calling out the problem in me,
but not
not the problem
in
in me.
you got to address the problem in you.
Yeah.
I
like
got
I'm with a female, she doing her thing, and we both be together, and I'm doing my thing too. So I brought this energy, this spirit to you.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't understand. Like I heard a dude say the other day. He said, "Man, I could have 10 women. I could be messing with 10 women. If I find out my woman mess with one woman, I'm crashing out." I said, "What?"
I done heard that before.
It's like that's weird because what you don't understand is I don't think you're really ready because the first time you step out, when you come back home to your, and I say home, I mean to her home, to this home, her body. Once you enter back in there, you potentially bringing what you just dipped in over here.
Yeah. Not just physically, but
spiritually. So that same lust spirit that made you do what you did, plus the lust spirits you got from who you did it with, you bringing that back to what you laying with.
Mm-hmm.
Now she may start having thoughts about men and scrolling, and it's really not even her fault. You just put them spirits in her. So I just really dropped game on y'all.
Yeah.
But
now that it allowed the enemy that much more power
facts
to make her, or I ain't gonna say to persuade her to do what you did, because now she feel like once she find out what you did, even though that yearning been
already there,
now I got a motive. I got a motive to do it now because you did it.
Right.
I got to get back at you.
Mm-hmm.
You brought this spirit to me. You put this spirit on me,
mm-hmm.
and now the devil play that seed. He keep watering it mm-hmm. until it get big enough to where, you know, we talk about the little God and the big God.
Yeah.
See, now her big God was trying to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. Her little God was, I'm not want to cheat on my man or my husband.
Right.
Until now, girl, you know this man cheating on me. Girl, you know this man. You know I seen this right here. Then they showing pictures. They showing text messages. Now that little God begin to get big on her. It begin to get bigger because you get what? Now you feeding that negative God.
Yeah, you done made that.
Yeah, you watering that negative God. Yeah. What happened to this good God? Instead of saying, girl, don't do it because that's the right. No, they gonna say get him.
Ain't that good gonna come from that girl?
No,
yeah. They ain't gonna tell you. They gonna tell the truth. Yeah.
They're gonna come feed her. They want revenge. Flesh want to fight.
Good.
And we fall for it a lot of times. But I ain't never been the type of person to want to track myself.
Yeah.
See, they call me boss, baby. They say I'm a boss.
Yeah.
But I'm a good boss.
Yeah.
I'm a helpful boss.
Right.
But I don't need that in a woman.
Right.
And I'm not trying to be the boss the way I tell you what to do, but like I say, and I tell people all the time, God's given me a third eye. Mm-hmm. To where somebody can present something to me, and I can think about it for a while, mm-hmm. and he'll give me a solution. Whether it be temporary or long term, it will be a solution. Mm-hmm. Which means, and that's where we should come together and talk.
Right.
But at the end of the day, being that I'm supposed to be the strong man, being that I ain't gonna say supposed to be, being that I was placed in headship, mm-hmm. meaning the ultimate decision should be on me. Now we can talk about it, whatever. And I can hear what you're saying, but now if that don't sit right in my spirit, then that means I'm not gonna agree with it. Because now, at the end of the day, when it come down to whatever we came up with didn't work, I'm gonna be responsible for it, not you. Because I'm the strong man.
Right.
I'm the leader, I'm the head. And then it's my duty to go and make it right because I was the head that let that wrong thing come in and overtake what we had coming on. So it's not only that, even from the beginning of time, God cursed the ground, he cursed the serpent, he cursed the woman. He never cursed the man. Which means I have more dominion and power over situations than the ground, the woman, or the serpent.
That's good.
Because he created in his own image. But he didn't curse what he created in man. He cursed what he created in everything else, except the man.
That's good.
Not saying women can't make nothing happen. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's good.
But I'm just going scriptorial with you.
Right.
And if you ever notice it, he made them emotional beings. Mm-hmm. Because they can juggle a lot of things. But in the midst of their juggling, sometimes they still fumble and drop.
Right.
But now with us, once we latch
Lock
in on what he
in.
said, ain't no stopping us.
Right.
Ain't no stopping.
And we gotta do a part 2 for this thing.
But we done ran out of time. Like we always say, like, share, subscribe. But we coming back for part 2. So we'll be right back with you in just a moment. Good.